All right. Here's the things that are feet on. Good evening, everyone. All rise for a salute to the flag, followed by a moment of silence for the father of Valerie Gompers, the mother-in-law of Kara Perlstein, and the mother and father of Tracy Zelenitz. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, what was item D, approval of minutes, February 10th, March 3rd, and 7th. And item E, acknowledgement and acceptance of financial reports and budget transfers as printed. Do I have a motion?
Move.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Item F, communications from the board were as listed. Item G, the superintendent's report. Mr. McNamara.
Thank you, Mr. Greco. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for attending this evening. I'd like to start tonight with some recognition. We have some of our teams here, so I'm just going to transition over to the front, and then we're going to start that part of our business meeting tonight. All right, good evening once again. So we had an outstanding winter athletic season at Wantagh High School. So we're super proud to recognize a number of our athletes tonight. We have two teams that we'll be recognizing tonight, our Varsity Wrestling team. Yeah, you can get a round of applause for them. Yeah, absolutely. They had a tremendous season. They are county champs, dual meet county champs, went up to the state meet and represented us so well, runners up in the state, and just did an outstanding job. So congratulations to them. We're going to be recognizing them tonight. We also have our cheerleaders here tonight as well. They too had an outstanding season, county champs, runners up in the state. Once again, went down to nationals, did a great job. So congratulations to them. We also have two individuals that did extremely well in the county as well, that we're going to be recognizing tonight. We have one of our outstanding, probably one of our better swimmers to ever go through Wantagh High School as well, and that's Andrew Diano. Yeah. Andrew leaves with 3 school records, all county honors 3 times, and competing in the New York State tournament twice. So he had quite a career here. So congratulations to him. And then also county champion in bowling as well with Seth Baum. Seth bowled a 14:03 in the county championship to win the title. I don't think I can do that in 10 games, more or less 5. So congratulations to Seth on that outstanding achievement. Our athletic director, Jen Keene, is here this evening. We'd like to recognize all of the athletes that are here. We're going to call them up. We'll call them up one by one, and then we would ask that the team stay gathered up here. We're going to do a photo with them and each of the individuals as we call them up as well, if they could just stay up here for a photo. So I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, Jen Keene.
So first up, we have Andrew Diano. Congratulations, Andrew. What are we doing? Oop. Next, we have Seth Brom. No, now it's a stack. Do you want to pass that? Yeah, sure. Congrats. So I'm going to read the roster. You're going to pass these. Okay, and for our wrestling team, dual meet Nassau County champions, we have Nick Aldino, Ryan Arbite, William Belitzos, Sean Bilia, Ricky Benkovic, Tommy Bonacera, Benjamin Burkhart, Drew Cafiso, Anthony Clem, Joe Clem, Noah Corwin, Michael D'Amico, Luke Janasco, Dominic Krug, Stefano Lenardi, Matt McCoy, Matt Mareka, Ethan Marone, Andrew Montagano, Andrew Perez, Daniel Petinato, Benny Rogers, Dean Rambis, Darren Santucci, Jesse Van Orden, Jason Von Holton, and Jerry Wiffler. Our coaches in attendance are Reggie Jones. Coaches come up, Reggie Jones, Brian Hooker, and Todd Bloom.
Congratulations again, guys.
Okay, and for our cheerleaders, Nassau County champions, D2, and state runner-ups. We have Gianna Arteca, Julia Avina, Jess Balkunis, Gabriella Barberio, Gina Canestro, Alexa Cardone, Amanda Coppola, Emily Drago, Jayla George, Juliana Giacometti, Sarah Jacobs, Ava Lombardo, Sophia Moreca, Jess Migliaro, Abby Reef, Kayla Spisto, Sophia Sakos, Joanna Valvo. And our coaches, we have Jacqueline Von Laren, Grace Obregon, and Katie Savage.
Two other awards that I'd just like to recognize for tonight as well, also related to our athletic department. This year, the New York State Athletic Administrators Association recognized Wantagh schools for two different awards, which we're certainly proud of. One was for our Wantagh football team for their community service this year. So congratulations to them. And we also had an award for outstanding support for an athletic office through our clerical in our athletic office, Ronnie Stevens, who was recognized by the New York State Association as well. Ronnie does an outstanding job over there, always going above and beyond, so we're thrilled that we could recognize her. And we have someone here from the State Association tonight I'd like to invite up to present the awards as well.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. Members of the Board of Education, my name is Dave Villegas, Director of Health, Phys Ed, and Athletics at the UMA Public Schools, and the President of the Section 8 Council of Administrators of the New York State AFERD. In collaboration with the New York State Athletic Administrators Association, each year we recognize an individual or an organization that has made outstanding contributions to athletics over the years. And in an effort to foster and promote education-based athletics, developing well-rounded citizens who will be successful in their future, community service is a key element to the student-athlete experience. It is through those efforts that we recognize the Wantagh football team in their community service endeavors with the John Thiessen Foundation, that we want to honor them with the COA, Section 8 Council of Administrators, Community Service Award. I would like to present this to Coach Sachs, Ms. Keene, and the members of the football team that are here.
So Nick, Luke, and Drew, come on down with Coach Sachs.
And then our second award from the association goes to Ronnie Stevens. I'd like Ronnie to come on up. For anyone that has ever had any dealings with our athletic office, Ronnie is the first voice on the line to greet you. She goes above and beyond each and every day. Ronnie will be here well beyond regular work hours, from everything from helping with driver's ed to handing out COVID test kits, whatever is called upon. Ronnie is here to do and to help, and just always such a pleasure to work with and be around. I know Jen could not keep that office running as smoothly as it does without everything that Ronnie does. So we're super proud that she received this recognition in supporting athletics in Section 8. So congratulations to Ronnie. All right, next part of our recognition tonight, a little bit later on in our agenda, we're going to be accepting a few resignations for the purpose of retirement in our district, and we're thrilled that some of those retirees are here this evening to recognize them. We have two teachers retiring from Wantagh High School, so I'd like to start with them. First is Mario Espinoza. Mario is a world language teacher at the high school. And has been here in the district for 20 years now. He's wrapping up a 35-year career in the classroom. He was, prior to us, coming to us, he was over at Floral Park High School for 15 years. And anybody that's ever been in Mario's classroom knows one thing, and that is just how engaged students are in his classroom and how he makes connections with kids. I am always so impressed if you walk through the halls of Wantagh High School, watching students stop to talk to Mario, engaging with him in conversation. He makes connections with kids and knows the importance of those relationships in the classroom. And that goes well beyond, to just give you a sense of who he is and how he understands education. Mario is also an accomplished coach. Stays involved in basketball through officiating, and is a board trustee in his own community to give you a sense of how much he values education by what he gives back there. It has been a pleasure for me to get to know Mario for the past 7 years, and certainly have enjoyed our conversations over that time. He is going to be greatly missed. We have a wealth of experience of walking out the door in June. So I just wanted to extend our congratulations from the district office and the board to Mario on his retirement. He's joined tonight. I know Dolores, his wife, is here. I had the pleasure of being a colleague of Dolores in a previous district. So I just wish both him and Dolores well in the future and extend our congratulations to Mario. So please come up and join us, Mario. All right, our second retiree from Wantagh High School is Gina Federico. Gina is retiring after spending 35 years here in the Wantagh School District as a special educator at Wantagh High School. Gina joined us right after Molloy College, and in 1987, first year as a leave replacement special educator, and then there was no looking back after that. The rest of that is history, I guess I could say. Gina embodies everything that you would want in a special educator. She is, to say she's outstanding, just I feel like I'm not saying enough. The impact that she has had on our students, on our staff, has just been tremendous. She has taken such great care of our students that need that extra for those 35 years. She is an unbelievable colleague and has helped her department grow and just brings so much to what she does every day. And the impact that she has had on this community will be long-lasting. You know, in addition to her work here in Wantagh, Gina has spent, I think it's the past, if I did the math correctly, 41 summers at Camp Anchor, working each and every summer. I think over the past 15 or 20 years, organizing the volunteers and directing that. And that has become a pipeline for Wantagh students to go and learn and support students at Camp Anchor as well. And that's just such a lasting impact that will have on this community. We are, just as I said with Mario, 35 years of experience walking out the door that we are going to greatly miss. Gina is a consummate professional and has just done an outstanding job. So, Gina, I'd just like to congratulate you and call you up and recognize your retirement. Right. Also, we'll be recognizing retirement for a member of our clerical staff, Michelle LaBelle. Michelle is retiring after 28 years here in the district and works in our office, in central office. When I first arrived here, I had the pleasure of having Michelle work in supporting my work as the Assistant Superintendent for Instruction. And she did such an amazing job on a personal note, helping me get acclimated to the district and supporting the work that I do. Michelle is thorough, she's thoughtful, she is an unbelievable colleague with her district office, fellow district office staff, and has been such a help to, I know, myself and now to Mark each and every day. She originally started her career here at the high school before transitioning around 2000 or so, I think, Michelle, over to central office where she has been for the past 20 plus years. So we are thrilled for her and her husband Ron, who's here with her tonight as well, as they start the next chapter, and wish her all the best in her retirement. So please come on up, Michelle. And then one more retirement to recognize this evening as well, which is Veronica Hurley. Veronica is here tonight with us. Veronica is retiring after 26 years as our district treasurer. District treasurer is often a behind-the-scenes kind of role, but a role that certainly has expanded over the years. And Veronica has done an outstanding job in that role for us. Not only is she our district treasurer, but also someone that has deep roots here in our community as a resident. She also worked as in a clerical capacity for the district, and she has just adjusted. As that role of treasurer has changed and morphed and we've added pieces to it, she has just adjusted right along with it, and puts in hours well beyond the scope of the position. I'll leave here in the evening and Veronica's still there, working away, doing her work. And it just tells you who she is. She does it because she wants to give back to this community and to this district. And that's what has always been so impressive to me about her. It wasn't always necessarily about about being paid for that, or it was just about the service, and such a testament to who she is, and how passionate she is about this community and giving back. So I'm thrilled to recognize her tonight after such a long tenure as district treasurer, and would love to invite her up to present her with a plaque. And then just lastly tonight, Anna DeCesare, who is our clerical in the main office over at Mandalay, is retiring after 11 years. She was unable to be here tonight, but I just wanted to publicly congratulate her and thank her for her service. She has kept our main office in Mandalay running smoothly for over a decade and has done a great job. So congratulations to Anna as well. All right, that wraps up our recognition portion of our business meeting. I just have a small report for the board tonight, just to update them on a few things. One is our budget development. That's been ongoing. I want to thank all the members of our community that have been attending our budget forums. We are certainly in a much better place this year than we were last year in terms of budget development. We had many challenges last year, certainly in a much better position. Certainly invite folks to continue to join us at our budget forums. Our next one is on April 4th, and that'll be right here at Wantagh High School at 7 o'clock. And then our final forum will be a daytime forum on April 6th at the public library. We're also running a series of focus groups, so we invite you to participate in those. We sent out to members of the school community last week also some information in terms of all of our budget detail. Mr. Cedrone, our Assistant Superintendent for Business, has been keeping that page of the website updated. There's an excellent narrative on there that really describes the details of this year's budget and kind of tells our story and some of the strengths this year and compared to the last year. Right now, the budget is still a work in progress, but we'll be finalizing it over the next 2 weeks as we continue to get feedback on it. Currently, the budget is below our tax cap. This is where we currently stand at a 2.12% tax levy increase and a 2.69% budget-to-budget increase. And some good news that we received along the way with this budget was a nice increase in our foundation aid, which is the largest portion of our New York State aid, and also during the past couple of months getting a sound report from the comptroller in terms of our fiscal stress score. So all good news as we continue to prepare our budget. It's allowed us to begin to restore some of the program that we lost last year. as we start to bring those back. We have a list of all those items on our district website in the reports that we've given over the past couple of weeks. So please look at those resources as well. And then once we get to a point where our budget is good to go at the beginning of next month, we'll be doing a formal presentation at a board meeting where we will have a budget hearing and adopt our budget formally. So all that's underway. There's still time for feedback on that through focus groups, through reaching out to us. We continue to appreciate all those that are participating in those as the budget develops. COVID community update. Things continue to improve there. You can see we've had really, really good numbers as we make great progress there. You can see, after our spike in January and February, our numbers continue to be great. This is just to give you a sense of a summary for the school year for us. The number of cases that we've seen for students and staff way down to, as we approach the end of March here, to 17 cases total in the district, compared to the almost 400 that we experienced in January. So once again, things continue to improve there. Then just a couple of other updates. New York State Regents exams. We received word from New York State that we will have New York State Regents exams across the state this year. So just so that families are aware of that, we'll be sending out some communication around that. And New York State assessments are also taking place. They begin next week with the administration of our ELA exam. We're also planning for all of our end-year events. All that is well underway as we move back to our traditional events that we've typically had. We look forward to all those end-year celebrations. And with that, I'll turn it back over to our board president. Oh, actually, before I do, our student government reps are here, and I'm just going to ask them to give their report because I believe they need to leave shortly after that.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Oh, is this on? Yes, okay. Good evening. Firstly, we want to say on behalf of all the Sports Night girls how thankful we are to the board, Miss Keene, Miss Grange, and Miss Pepe that we're able to continue the Sports Night tradition this year. Sports Night will be taking place on Saturday, May 21st, and the practices started this past Monday. And the gold team's theme is Game Night, and the black team's theme is Decades. We want to congratulate our Science Olympiads team for making it to the state competition in Syracuse this past weekend. The team, led by co-captains and seniors Kevin Funstein, Julia Froese, and Christina Papanides, worked incredibly, incredibly hard. They spent hours and hours here every Friday testing gravity vehicles, making bridges, studying for environmental chemistry. And they worked so incredibly hard. In order to make it to the state competition, they had to excel at the regional competition, and the team did. Led by advisor Rich Colavita. They made it to the state competition and they did incredibly well, and we are so, so proud of them, and we congratulate them on their accomplishments. And speaking of seniors, seniors have begun committing to their colleges, which is very exciting and stressful. And many are waiting for Ivy Decision Day, which is next Thursday. The PE leaders hosted a yoga night, and the tickets raised money for Mama's House, which was a great cause, so we wanted to give them a big thanks. Class of 2023 is selling candy grams to fundraise for their prom. FBLA is having an amazing race contest in order to raise money for charity. The activity allows students to learn fun facts about their teachers better through competition, while also winning prizes and donating money to a great cause. Spring sports have begun, and we want to congratulate everyone in winter sports on their amazing seasons and achievements. The World Language Honor Society inductions were on March 10th, and the National Business Honor Society induction is coming up tomorrow. The Guidance Department's Sophomore College Night will be taking place on March 30th. Spirit Week and the Spirit Competition are being moved to June 8th. As we know, the fighting in Ukraine has escalated tremendously in the past few weeks. Because of this, Wantagh students decided to take a stand with Ukraine and provide as much help to them as they could. The International Outreach Club is having a bake sale where they're donating all the proceeds to UNICEF, which is helping Ukrainian relief efforts. Ms. Flynn also had a major fundraising event in which essential items were collected and sent to the struggling people overseas. For the first time ever, Wantagh High School is promoting Autism Acceptance Month. Wantagh High School's campaign this April focuses on moving beyond awareness to acceptance. Awareness is the first step, acceptance is the goal.
We are asking all students and staff to participate in Autism Acceptance Month by wearing blue or your Inclusion Matters shirt every Friday in April, starting this Friday, April 1st. Students in GEO are working on decorating the main hallway and showcase to represent autism throughout the month of April.
Autism spectrum disorder is a lifelong developmental disability. We are recognizing individuals with autism who possess unique skills and can contribute to their communities when they receive the right support. The notion of acceptance has to do fundamentally with the realization that we're all different from each other, and yet we share our common humanity. Part of being human is being unique and having strengths and weaknesses.
Thank you for your time and have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, girls. Mr. Greco, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. All right, back to our agenda. Item H, report of the administration. Item H1, personnel actions. H1A, B, C, and D. Do I have a motion? Move. Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item E, F, and G. Do I have a motion? Move. Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item H2, personnel action, civil service. Item H2A, B, C, and D. Do I have a motion? Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Item H2E, F. Do I have a motion? Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item H3, contractual and other authorizations. H3A, B, C, and D. Do I have a motion? Move. Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item H3E, F, G, and H. Do I have a motion? Move. Second. All in favor? Aye. Item H3I, J, K, and L. Do I have a motion? Move. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. H3M, N, O, and P. Do I have a motion? Move. Second. Second. All in favor? Aye. And the board would like to thank the Mandalay Elementary School PTA for their generous donation, and the Wantagh Tribe lacrosse team as well. Item Q, R, S, T, U, and we have addendum item V. Do I have a motion? Move. All in favor? Aye. Second. Oh, second, sorry. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Item I, unfinished business. We have none. Item J, new business. Item J1 and item J2. Do I have a motion? Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
President, I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. And our PTA groups, if anyone from the foundation? Forest Lake PTA? Mandalay PTA? Wantagh.
I would say everybody's out enjoying the warm weather, but sadly that is not the case, right? Well, hello everyone, I'm Jen. I'm here for Wantagh Elementary. As spring has sprung, so have the activities at Wantagh Elementary. We have quite a few things going on right now. We are gearing up for a lot of springtime activities. Actually, the first thing that we have coming up is actually tomorrow night at 10 p.m. We have Moonlight Bowl, so that's going to be real fun at Wantagh Lanes. It's going to be from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's going to be a great time with bowling, raffles. So hopefully some of you have signed up to come out for that. I'll be there, so you can see me. I'll be helping out. Anyway, we are gearing up also for our staff appreciation luncheon, which will be forthcoming. So we're working on that as well. We just had our book fair, which was very successful. So we were happy about that, and are getting all of everyone their orders as well. We also had our PARP week, which was our reading celebration, and we had exciting author visits and a lot of fun activities, and the kids had a really good time, and that was great as well. And we celebrated reading, so that's always fun. For the 5th grade, we actually have a comedy night fundraiser. That's upcoming. It's going to be on Sunday, April 3rd. The doors open at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale at our member hub for beachstreet.memberhub.store. So if you want to come out, that should be really fun. The show starts at 7 p.m. Just so you know, there is obviously a purchase requirement for food and drink, but that's always fun to have while you watch your comedy show. So that'll be fun. That's a nice 5th grade fundraiser, and it's open to all parents, teachers, friends, family. So that's something fun to think about. We have our upcoming Ducks game as well. That flyer just came out May 19th. That's going to be exciting too. There is a performance also on the field, which begin at 6:05 p.m. So that'll be fun. Anyone going though to watch the performance must purchase a ticket. So obviously, if you're supporting that, this is a night of family fun to support the Wantagh Elementary 5th grade concert band, 5th grade concert orchestra, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade chorus, and the Wantagh Elementary PTA. So that's exciting as well. And that's only $18 per ticket on May 19th. That's Thursday. We do have a few more activities, which I'll tell you quickly, because as I said, we have a ton this month coming up. We do have also Spring Fest, which is coming up in April, month of April, which is before you know it. It's Saturday, 4:30, April 30th, from 12 to 5 p.m. It's going to be in the parking lot, everyone knows, at DeMott. At the elementary school, Wantagh Elementary. As always, we do need donations. It's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of raffle baskets, great fundraisers, gift cards. So if anyone has any local businesses that they know of, anything that you can donate, there'll be further information upcoming on that. We do have a family fun night. That's actually a little bit further up on May 10th. That's going to be at Adventureland. It's going to be closed, the whole park, just only open to Wantagh Elementary friends and family. So that should be really fun and exciting. Also, let me just see the last thing I wanted to tell you. Oh, yes. One more thing that I wanted to talk about, which I never did this year very quickly, and I know I have a limited time opportunity here, but is HUGS, which is a Wantagh Elementary School PTA. It's a committee called HUGS, which is Help Us Give Support for families experiencing difficulties in the community. This may include a parent or a child in the hospital for some time, a serious illness, loss of a family member, as well as some other special circumstances. And we raise money through our member hub to support families during this time, maybe with gift cards, food, small gifts, even a note, sometimes a note, sending a little note of encouragement. We also sometimes provide lunch tickets for children in this organization, as well as tickets to get into school events or offsetting the costs for that. So that's a great committee if you have the ability to participate. That is also on our member hub as well. And in the month of April, we are also participating in the shirt, obviously the inclusion shirts for purchase, as well as Spirit Days, wearing blue, and also on Fridays in April as well. So please come check out our activities. And also, if you have access to the Beach Street Member Hub, please check that out. There's a lot of nice things to purchase there as far as upcoming events in the school.
Thank you. Anyone from SEPTA?
Good evening. We just had a great meeting last week. We had somebody from Parent to Parent come in and talk all about OPWDD services. If you know anybody that is interested in the process, all of the information can be found on the website. We have all of the handouts available. Our next meeting is April 27th. It's a joint meeting with 612 and Bandwagon, and I'm forgetting who else, I'm sorry. But it's a combined meeting and we discuss the budget as well. And then our final meeting is June 21st. That's where we end the year on a really high note, where we celebrate those who have made a difference in your child's life, as anybody who's made a difference in a child who has a disability. So we celebrate staff members, community members. It's a really great way to end the night, end the year. Also, we have our scholarships available to our graduating seniors, anybody who's had an IEP or a 504 at any point in their K through 12 experience. They're available on our website. Annual review season is upon us, so we hope that everybody's meetings are going smoothly. As always, if you have any concerns or questions, we're here to bring support. We also wanted to thank all of the teachers and related service staff members for their preparation. We know that there's a lot of paperwork and there's a lot of time invested in having these meetings run smoothly, so we wanted to thank them as well. And like everybody mentioned before, April is Autism Awareness Month. We're so happy that the buildings are, celebrating the month of April. We are in full support of the special education staff with their T-shirt drive, which drives home the message, inclusion matters. So we also met with a bunch of parents and we tried to brainstorm different resources that we could put, and our amazing secretary, Debbie Drupo, gathered all the information and put it on our website. So there's activities, there's videos, a lot of great resources available to spread autism awareness. Obviously, the month of April is when we celebrate, but we hope that extends obviously throughout the year. And we wanted to congratulate the retirees, especially Mrs. Federico, who's made such an amazing impact on the children with special needs in this community and their families. Thanks. We have Louise.
Okay, thank you. And speaking of scholarships, we wouldn't be having any scholarships if it weren't for fundraising. And we're very hopeful that everyone in the Wantagh community will participate. We have a few that are coming up. Right here, right now, you can go to johnscrazysocks.com and use in the checkout the charity code Wantagh22, and that's all together. And we will get a portion of the proceeds from the sales of all the socks through the rest of the month and into April. In the beginning of April, it kicks off our Boone Supply fundraiser. That's our largest fundraiser of the year, formerly known as Mix Bag. This will be 100% online. So you go on the website, you will click in the code, and Wantagh will get 40%, Wantagh SEPTA will get 40% of the sales, and it will go directly to your home. They have new products. They're offering cookie dough purchases, experiences. It's a little bit different than it has been in the past, but we hope that everyone will show their support for Wantagh SEPTA, because all of the money that we raise, or pretty much, I would say 90% of the money we raise, goes to those scholarships for the graduating seniors. And if you do have a senior, you need to be a member of SEPTA in order for your child to get the scholarship. So we have open enrollment for the membership. So please sign in for membership for SEPTA. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Anyone from 612? Council? Boosters? Bandwagon? And last but not least, Drama Club. Good.
Hi, everybody. I represent the Drama Club. We had the middle school
did the production of Matilda earlier this month. It was really great. It's exciting to see the kids back up on the stage. They did a great job. We had a fundraiser where we did pizza kits at Broadway Pizza. Broadway, the name, theater. It's fun. That went good as well. And up and coming, Crazy for You is the high school show, and that runs from April 8th to the 10th. Tickets are on sale. You go to, I think it's called, Seat Yourself Biz, and you can get tickets there. There's a discount for students. Also, we are in need of some donations for concessions, so candy, water, whatever you have. You could drop them off in the lobby on Tech Night, which I believe is April 7th, or your child could bring it to school. And what else? Also, we need volunteers to help work the tables. So there is a sign-up genus for that, or you could just show up and help us out that night. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that concludes our agenda for the evening. The microphone is open to the floor.
Hi, I'm Claudia. I have 3 high school students. I want to make this real brief, though. I want to say this is like a pinch me moment, though. I feel like it's like a Twilight Zone. It's wonderful. Like, this is the way it was supposed to be, right? Everybody's supposed to be free and maskless, and life is going on. So why don't we just keep it like that? That would be wonderful. I do want to say thank you to Dr. Gazone. You've been wonderful. Fantastic. I thank you, too, for responding and communicating back with emails, etc. The one thing we do have, something I would like to bring up is communication would be nice. That's all. We're really looking for that. Somebody to come and explain and speak to us. We're just looking for answers. We have questions. We have this is not about politics. This is about concerns for our children. We want to know what's the next steps. We went maskless, right? Yay, this is fantastic. What does that mean? What's the next step after that? Right? There's a lot of questions we have still that we need answered. So it's not over. Right, there's still going to be a lot more that needs to be answered, and we were looking for that. And I hope that will be transparent and you guys can communicate with us. It's very, very important. As for some of the children or students, should I say, I think they're adapting well, I would think. I'm assuming they're very happy. I know I am. I know my kids are. But again, where will that bring us for the next couple of months? I understand the governor put a new emergency power or whatever. She extended it. What happens? There's a spike up? And have we gone over that yet or no? I mean, I know where we are with our numbers. It's not flu season, but what happens again? We don't know.
Yeah, so what we're here to listen, and then what I'll do is I'll respond to any questions you may have
Right. What will
after the public comment
happen
period.
after? So there's so much more. What's going to happen in September? Are we still at the mercy of whatever the state is going to dictate? So, just listen to our voices, please, and try to also advocate for our children. All right? That's all. Thank you.
I'm Jean DiBiase, and my daughter is in 9th grade. This is to the Board of Education, according to your handbook from the policy 1000 on page 63, number 12. And I quote, "Develop and maintain an effective means of communication with the people of the district." So far, I don't think any of us in the community have seen the Board of Ed effectively communicate in these meetings or in correspondences with the parents. We have no idea how each of you feel or where you stand on any given topic. There are several people who have spoken at these meetings, including myself, and all of us feel we have not gotten a response or an adequate response from you. You made a decision to volunteer for the Board of Ed, but what have you done to communicate and work with the parents for the students, our kids, you say you support? So that is a question. Once again, according to the policy of the Board of Ed, it is supposed to develop and maintain an effective means of communication with the people in the district. That is in their handbook. It is quite obvious all of you made an oath not to communicate with us. We expect the board members who are running for re-election and those running against them to answer our questions. We are expecting straight answers. Sorry, I need a little water. We are expecting straight answers and no vague replies. You can bet you're beyond a reasonable doubt if our questions are not answered and they're vague, we will be voting you out. We expect every board member to start speaking at these board meetings, whether you agree with each other or not. My next topic, I have a question. Will the Wantagh School District be allowing the nurse to administer the COVID-19 vaccine with parental consent? You could let me know after, because I know you said after. Because I would definitely like to make it on the record and very clear that I do not want anyone speaking to my daughter about vaccines with me present or not present. That's how strongly I feel. I don't want her speaking to anybody but me. Next question. What will happen if the governor mandates the vaccine to all kids to enter the school? I really would like to know because I have a feeling it's going to be forced, and you guys will have to follow that. Will you be doing anything to fight against her unconstitutional mandates? The United States was created for the people to live with our God-given right to freedom. These mandates are more like us living under a dictatorship. What the governor is doing is unconstitutional by bypassing the legislature and adding a mandate via public health directives. Will you stand with the state or will you stand for the health of our children? I want to know that. Parents must have a choice. I don't believe, now forgive me, this is going to come harsh. I don't believe you care about the kids. I feel you have more fear of the government than you care for the students in the school. You need to get a backbone and stop living in fear. You need to stand up for the kids in the school or resign and let another person willing to support our freedom of choice to protect our kids' health. My last topic, I am also very unhappy with the school partnering with the ADL. No place for hate curriculum. I believe the staff is capable of teaching students about respecting others. There is no need to partner with an organization that is doing more to divide the students than to unite. I am asking for everyone here on the stage to support our Constitution and start fighting for our kids. We need to figure a way to separate from the government. We are taking money from them, and that is making us dependent on them. If all of the schools came together to fight for our kids' freedom, do you think the state would back down? I do believe so. And I didn't have time to write it, and I don't have the whole thing on top of my head, but regarding partnering with Northwell Health, I'm like, Why? Don't we have psychologists and social workers to help? If a parent needs more, they could go to the hospital or speak to their own doctor themselves. I mean, this is not a good thing. For another reason is when the government is giving the school money, I understand we need that, but maybe we should start coming up with another way. Because when someone gives you money, you're now dependent on them. If I'm a grown adult, if my parents gave me money to buy a house, I'm now forced to do whatever the heck they want. I'm controlled by them. We have to do something to get out from the control of the government.
Hello, my name is Marilyn Rich. My sons attend school in the district. I also co-admin the Facebook group Wantagh Parental Choice, which has served to inform the community of district and New York State educational issues. I won't repeat everything Jean mentioned about the regulations and the masks and all of that, and I've had conversations with many of you regarding what's happening in New York State. It's not over. I'm glad the children are not masked right now. I am not confident that that's going to last forever. I'm also not confident that we're not going to be faced with vaccine mandates in September. From what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, the regulations are still on file and are set to pass in early April. And it's alarming, and I don't think anybody's doing anything about it. But that's for a whole nother day, and I guess maybe a whole nother audience. Regulations, as you know, have already passed to allow school districts to administer COVID vaccines. Jane asked if that was going to happen here in Wantagh. I'd also like to know the answer to that question, if the COVID vaccines will be on site to administer. My son couldn't even get a Tums last week for a stomach ache, but to have COVID vaccines on site would be alarming to me. The Northwell partnership, again, that is something that a lot of parents seem to be uncomfortable with because it is being presented to us after the fact. I don't remember hearing anything about that partnership prior. I don't remember any conversations, I could have missed it, but I don't remember seeing anything regarding that. I first learned of it in the budget meeting on March 21st. Alarming as it was to learn about it and not to be told about it beforehand. There are other districts that have rolled out questionable material from Northwell that could be why some parents are up in arms. Some of the material was titled Unconscious Bias and Its Effect on Our Youth. I am all for support and mental health for our children. I'm tired of these partnerships with these back-ended agendas coming into our schools to push other things besides what we're saying they are. So a number of parents have also expressed concerns over the No Place for Hate, as she said, where certain videos were not deemed appropriate for 11-year-olds in 6th grade. Again, parents are feeling like their choices and their rights are being trampled on by these partnerships that we're affiliating ourselves with, the ADL and now Northwell Health. No partnership is without strings, and I suggest we start monitoring these strings more carefully. Lastly, as it's election season, I thank all board members for their time and their service. It has not been an easy 2 years, but the community has seen where you stand. And some of us have also seen that you refuse to speak up against the mandates and to support parental choice. I think we can be doing so much more to improve the district, to improve communication, and to work to take our local control back, and we're not doing that. And I think somebody has to start doing that because the governor is not going to stop. She's still appealing the case that she lost, and she's still in the middle of appeal. If she was going to stop with these regulations and these mandates, she would have dropped the appeal, and she hasn't. So parents are becoming more involved and more aware. We really want to be heard some more. So thank you so much.
My name is Rob Balia. I have 3 children. 2 of them already graduated the school system. Thank God. I have 1 more left. The partnership with I moved to Wantagh for the school system. I'm like almost embarrassed by it. I'm ready to go to Massapequa. If the partnership with Northwell Health, that's so the school system knows who had the shot. and who didn't have the shot. That's the only reason for the partnerships. Research that a little bit. My daughter is a rising 10th grader. My oldest son went to private school. He went to Chaminade. So when he went to Chaminade, the school system still gets the money, and I still had to pay. So this time around, I'm not going to send my daughter to private school. I'm going to pull her from the system, and I'm going to homeschool her. So she's going to do 10th, 11th, 12th, and homeschool, and that's the only way to get back at them. Thank you.
Good evening, Board. My name is Lisette Montagano, and I wasn't going to do this, but why not? Because I really just want to thank all of you for acknowledging the student athletes tonight. You know, they work hard and brought our school great title wins. So it's really, from this parent, they do work hard academically, but I think it also shows that the sports in this school district is very important. I said the same thing last month. Unfortunately, 8 of them weren't present at the wrestling here because they're at a tournament, okay? One is my son. But it just shows the intrinsic value of these student athletes growing their skill sets in sports. They not only enjoy, but can help them towards college prep. Because as I said last month, some of us, you know, may not have just the academics. We have to really put into their college resume other stuff, such as jobs, volunteers, we all know that, but this sports is only but help them. That being said, I'm also happy being part of these budget meetings that you offer us, seeing that the Wantagh Middle School 7th and 8th are being separated. So again, I'm glad that the board, the district is seeing the value, because I think the feedback wasn't well received. And hopefully the budget will get passed with 7th and 8th grade being separate, as opposed to what it was this year. So again, I'm happy about that. Now, the next thing is, many are happy that the budget includes new wrestling mats. Okay, I know that, you know, Mr. McNamara, you emailed me back. I thank you for that. Twice that I've emailed you. You've definitely emailed me back about that. But as my email to you stated, my son was injured during practice and not with someone, by himself, just doing a move. He's still injured. Thankfully, you know, hopefully he'll be okay. But that's my point. They're very, very old, so I'm very happy that the budget will include new wrestling mats, as you stated. And then that being said, the last piece is maybe, I don't know if this is possible, but if it doesn't get passed, would you be able to tell us in the next couple of budgets what things, what line items might be coming out? Because my fear is that, once again, sports might be affected. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thank you.
Okay, seeing no one else, we'll end our public comment. Thank you all for your comments tonight. Let me respond. Ms. Massari, thank you for your comments. In terms of next steps, I don't know if I know exactly what you're referencing, but just, you know, we are, you know, we've implemented all the changes in terms of removing masks. You know, going forward, we will continue that, and numbers have been good. We have our district-wide safety committee that will continue to address anything that comes up in the future. I didn't know if there was something specific in there. Please feel free to, you know, to email me if there was a specific question. I didn't really get a specific. I think you were just looking for some general next steps. Certainly, if there's more questions, feel free to send them to me. I'm happy to answer any of those questions that you have. You said that there were some unanswered questions. I'm happy to answer those. Ms. DiBiase, you asked about our partnership with Northwell Health. I just want to address that because there seems to be some misinformation there on a few different accounts. First off, we don't have a partnership with Northwell Health yet, and that's why there's nothing out there about it. We did address that as part of our budget as a potential. And this is a partnership that is in a number of school districts across the county. We started the investigation of this well before COVID, well before the past several years. And it's about providing mental health for students in crisis. We, unfortunately, are dealing with that and have been dealing with that for a number of years for students that are struggling. Anxiety, threatening self-harm, all sorts of very challenging mental health issues. And our counselors and our psychologists and our social workers do an outstanding job of supporting them and supporting their families. One of the challenges that we have is access to care, and that's across the state and certainly across our county. We have challenges getting students into therapeutic environments, challenges getting students into residential placements, challenges getting students that are in crisis at the time. Anybody that's dealt with a student in crisis knows how it is time sensitive and time critical to get them the help and support that they need. You want to do that quickly, you want to do that right away. And we have, any parent that has dealt with that knows that a simple emergency room visit, takes much time, and B, doesn't always connect them with the resources that they need. Then the Northwell Health program that they implemented across the county is to provide parents with a resource. We can connect parents with that resource, and they can get more immediate care for a child that's in crisis. That's the purpose of that. Services that are well beyond what our district social workers, our district psychologists, our district guidance counselors can provide. It's to get immediate care and help them navigate those challenging resources. So that's what that program is. It somehow seems to be being tied in with people to vaccinations. It has nothing to do with that. It's a program that was developed several years ago and that is about mental health and providing that support. So I don't know why it's being connected to vaccinations. It has nothing to do with that. And it's about providing support for kids that need it. Mrs. DiBiase also asked about our nurses providing vaccinations. There's no program in place or any intent to do that for our students. And you also asked about other resources for, it sounded like disconnecting us from New York State resources in terms of aid and support, and said that our unwillingness to do that, I believe, I'm just paraphrasing, shows that we don't care about kids. I've spent the past 27 years of my life dedicated to service for students and providing great program for them. I care deeply about students and what they can provide, what we can provide for them, and all about enhancing their experience. And to separate ourselves from New York State resources, which represents a significant portion of our budget. $18 million out of just over $80 million would be devastating to our program. If we did that, it would have a huge negative impact on our program and our students. So I would never recommend that. And as far as I know, Mrs. Rich, you mentioned the appeal. As far as we're watching that. I don't have any updates on where that is. It's in the kind of in limbo right now. I know it's just kind of spinning in the courts, so I don't have any more information. Yeah, but in terms of that being settled, I think it's still pending. So I believe so. And as far as No Place for Hate Day, I certainly commend our middle school team there for the work they've done. They continue to advocate for our students in terms of creating positive relationships and really generated many of those activities, or really all of those activities, as a faculty to support positive relationships and inclusivity across our school. And Rob, I apologize, I did not catch your last name. I hope I addressed the Northwell Health concern, and certainly sorry to hear that you're considering homeschooling. And Lizette, thank you for your comments regarding athletics. We're happy that the budget is able to support bringing back some of those programs that we lost last year. And in terms of if a budget fails, what does that mean? We do address that as part of our forums. We'll post that. What potentially if we have an austerity type situation with a failed budget, what that means and the impact to program. So we will review that as part of our kind of ending forum. And we'll put together some thoughts of what that could be. But that certainly is a significant number of in terms of a failed budget and what that could impact the program. It's well over $1.5 million of program that would have to be taken out of our budget. So, thank you all for attending this evening, and I wish everyone a good night.